Thank you so much to those of you supporting the channel on Patreon, including the big patron of the month, the Nerd Therapist. Thank you. Hello, Pokemon Master! My name is Burky and thank you for clicking on this video. Pokemon Sword and Shield are now out with all of the wonderful new Pokemon of the Galar region. Oh yes, there's the good, there's the bad, and there's the ugly. As with absolutely every Pokemon generation, I mean, don't get me wrong, with Pokemon Sword and Shield, there is a lot to love here, and I'm going to be spending the next few months talking about all of the different things that I think they did well, where I think they could improve, what I want to see more of. And some of the Pokemon in this generation look phenomenal. Some of them, though, do not. Everything in this video, of course, is just my opinion, and maybe you love one of the Pokemon I'm about to talk about. In that case, of course, let me know in the comments how absolutely wrong I am. Of course, if you do leave a like and a comment, you are still in with the chance we're ending in December of winning a Nintendo Switch Lite and a copy of Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's the limited edition Sword and Shield version. So all you gotta do, hit the like button and of course leave a comment. Let me know how wrong I absolutely am. But before I get into my 10 least favorite, just the worst designed Pokemon of this generation, I'm going to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor and thank you so much for supporting the channel, to Kingdom Under Fire 2. Kingdom Under Fire 2 is an MMO, RPG, and RTS. That's a massively online multiplayer MMO, is that right? You've got all these different classes to choose from. There's a Ranger, an Elementalist, a Berserker, which is what I went for. And you can create the character and really make them your own as you explore this world and this deep, rich, lore-filled story. And as well as customizing yourself with unique costumes and different mounts to ride, anything from a horse to a unicorn. And a couple of other wild things that I've been seeing people ride as they've been popping in and out of my game. The real-time strategy element of the game really comes in when you can customize and control your own armies. Sorcerers, ogres, giant scorpions, there is so much in this world to check out. This world is filled with all sorts of nuts creatures. Honestly, my favorite thing to be doing in the game so far, I am definitely new to the world of MMOs. I stuttered, so I said one too many M's. There is this kind of hack and slash element to the big battles when you're just getting absolutely swarmed by monsters. And honestly, my favorite thing has just been bashing the various combinations of moves, seeing what works and seeing how I can take down as many enemies as possible. If Kingdom Under Fire 2 sounds like something that might interest you, please click the link at the top of the description to go check it out. And thank you to them for sponsoring the video and this channel. Speaking of monsters, monstrosities, let's move on to the main topic of today's video, the 10 Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield that are just, oh no. Starting up with number 10, and these aren't in any particular order, but you know what? Number 10 is not a massive offender, it's just one that I don't like as much as the others, and that is Indeedee. Indeedee is a new goat-like Pokemon. It's psychic normal type and it has two forms, the male and female form, and they kind of have these horns that are angled differently depending on the gender of the Pokemon. Now, when I first saw this Pokemon, I kind of thought, wow, the coloration, the gendered forms, them being psychic type, we've seen this before, haven't we? Yeah, this is Meowstic. We've done this exact thing before. I get it, they're not the exact same Pokemon, but Indeedee and Meowstic seem to have very similar gimmicks to me, and the fact that they're both psychic type just sort of makes it worse. In my mind, Indeedee's design, while not super offensive to me in any kind of way, like, I'll still catch it, and I love that it's a rare catch in the game, means that there actually is a level of desirability about the Pokemon. Ultimately, I just think that's a Pokedex slot that could have been used for any other new design. Maybe something a tad more original. Number 9, again, not a massive offender, but still kind of there, Chewtle. In one of the first Sword and Shield trailers, we get images of Dreadnought. This Pokemon is cool. Look at him, a water rock turtle with his jagged teeth, his grumpy demeanor. Dreadnought. Now that is a Pokemon that I want on my team. Chewtle? What is that? What? Ugh! Its head is too big for its body, but not in the cute way that Squirtle's head is like. Well, I guess Squirtle's head isn't too big for its body. Yeah, its head is too big for its body. There are a lot of tortoise and turtle Pokemon out there, from the adorable Squirtle or the ever-crying Torkoal, and I'm just gonna say, Chewtle has no chance of being my favorite. Though I do like its squiggly eyebrow. There's something kind of funny about how its eyebrow, when you start a battle, it's all scrunched up and squiggled. Anyway, there's something to love in everything, apart from number 1 through 4 on this list, but we'll get there. Number 8, counting down, Stunjourner. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name correctly, Stonjourner. The big new stone golem Pokemon, which we already have existing in the form of Golurk and Claydol, which are both also in this region. And then this Pokemon is supposed to be like a really rare Pokemon. It's got a really low percentage chance of appearing. Why? From a story point of view, if I've already got a Claydol or a Golurk, I'm not going to go out of my way to find this thing. Also, this thing is a pile of Lego bricks. I get it, they wanted to take Stonehenge, add these kind of ancient runes to it and bring it to life. There were definitely cooler ways that this could have been handled. Pokemon, here, your concept is amazing, but your execution is not so good. That's it. Again, these are going pretty quickly because they're just opinion-based. Like, I just don't like them. Stonjourner, it doesn't even look like the stones are attached to each other, like, properly. Like, it's just gonna fall over and become a pile of stones. Anyway, moving on. See, number 7. Now we're moving on to some real offenders. I'm talking about Greendon, or as I've been heard to him being referred to as Peter Griffin. This squirrel Pokemon doesn't look like a Pokemon. It looks almost like a knockoff Disney character. There's nothing about this squirrel that screams to me that it's anything other than a squirrel. And you know, even when you look at old designs like Zubat, yeah, sure, it's just a bat, but it still looks like a Pokemon. You couldn't really see a Zubat existing in the real world with its weird body proportions, its pointy legs and its fangs, but this squirrel is just a squirrel. There is, in my opinion, other than the fact that it's got a cartoon face, which again looks like a knockoff Disney, doesn't look like a Pokemon to me. Something about it just really doesn't sit right with me, and I don't think I'm ever going to be inclined to use one. Even when you compare it to the other rodents, Raticate still looks like a Pokemon. Bibarel, it doesn't just look like a beaver, it looks like a Pokemon. This is just a squirrel. And personally, just not a fan. Number 6. Oh, Blipbug. Oh, Blipbug. Right, I get it. It took me a while of looking at it to get it, and I didn't like looking at it. It's a bookworm. It's a nerdy bug. It's a bookworm with big round glasses. Great, wonderful. Its head looks like it's being squished. Its evolutions actually look alright. Dottler and its evolution, that's name I'm not actually quite sure I know yet. Dottler evolves into Ladybug. But Blipbug? I mean, again, let's compare it to the other generations. Caterpie. That has big round bug eyes and it manages to be a very appealing design, a very cute design. I'm not gonna lie, I think Scatterbug is probably pretty much as bad as this Pokemon. Like, I wouldn't want to use either of these Pokemon, but Blipbug to me is a hideous design and not the kind of thing I want to be seeing on Route 1. It is the kind of thing that will make me want to turn around and stop my Pokemon adventure. Oh no, if this is what the world has in store, bye. Next up on this list is the Pokemon Cuffant. Cufant. Cute Elephant? Cup Elephant? Cup Infant? I don't know, the name is a mess. I mean, actually, the name is one of the things that makes me hate it the most. There's no nice way to say it. I think its evolution has a very complicated name as well, which I'm gonna, Copperaja? I don't know, I feel like I'm probably saying that wrong. These names are things that I'm gonna have to really take my time to get used to, but also the Pokemon itself. If it is supposed to be cute, Fampi says hello, get out of my way. But also this Pokemon just doesn't appear in the story at all. It's certainly not in the hands of anywhere where you can find it. It appears in the wild area. I think it's pretty much only in the wild area, which makes it one of the few Pokemon in the game that only appears in the wild area and doesn't appear anywhere else in the main story in the routes. Its evolution, and spoiler alert here, does appear as like the lead ace Pokemon on the evil team leader's team. What? This isn't an evil team leader Pokemon? Past generations, they've got their Honchkrow and Gyarados and Weavile, and this generation, they have the elephant Pokemon. Covenant is something that you have to go out of your way to get, and I don't know why you would, because personally, I think the design is awful. Again, roll on in, Fampi, you're so much cuter. And it's a shame, because we haven't had an elephant Pokemon in so long, so I really do feel like the potential here has kind of been wasted. And the last 4 slots on this list all belong to they're all tied first place. The 4 absolute worst Pokemon of this generation, possibly of all time, are the 4 fossil Pokemon from the Galar region. Oh yes, okay, so the way these very unique fossil Pokemon come about is that you can gather one of 4 fossils and then you can mix and match them to create new Pokemon that are half one creature, half another. And I get it, they're supposed to be abominations. Well done, Game Freak. They are abominations. Look, I know I'm going in hard on some of these Pokemon, right? I love so many of the designs. Some of the designs are some of my favorite of any Pokemon, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about the polarizing 4 fossil Pokemon that make this generation take it from, yeah, there's some bad designs to, okay, what? Fossil Pokemon are always something really exciting. You only get one per version of the game. You've got to decide which version of the game you want to buy, because am I going to get Rampardos or Bastiodon? Am I going to get Tyrantrum or Aurorus? But nothing about any of these Pokemon make me go, yeah, I really want to get Acrovolt or Acrozolt or Octavolt. I don't even know. The names mean that they all don't really have any sense of unique personality about them. They are 4 wasted Pokedex slots. That, to be honest, if they were just their original creature being revived, there might be some ideas here that would lead to some really solid designs. Here's some fan art. Look at these. This is so much better. This calms me down. But of course, those are just my 10 least favorite Pokemon of the generation. I'm sorry that I went in so hard on them. That said, maybe you want to give me your list of 10. Do you agree with any? Do you disagree with any very, very heavily? Don't forget to let me know in the comments. Leave a like button for your chance to win a Nintendo Switch Lite with a copy of Pokemon Sword and Shield. And while you're down there, be sure to check out the link in the description to Kingdom Under Fire 2. And thank you to them for sponsoring the channel and sponsoring this video. That kind of support really does help out the channel, so thank you. I will be back with something a little less negative next time. And with that being said, soar high, Pokemon Masters.
This is Ash Ketchum. You just watched a video by Birdkeeper Toby. That makes you a